I'm Byron McClintock with WoodturningReviews.com, where I review woodturning books, videos, magazines, tools, and anything else I can find that's related to woodturning. This is a review of a DVD entitled Woodturning Basics with Gary Gardner. Its publisher is abcwoodturning.com. This is a 2-disc video set with a runtime of 1 hour and 27 minutes and a cost of $34.99. It is available at abcwoodturning.com. Gary Gardner has been turning wood for over 25 years. He teaches and demonstrates wood turning all over the country. Gary also teaches several classes a year at John C. Campbell Folk School and has been a featured demonstrator at the Utah Woodturning Symposium. From the menu of Disc 1, you can play the whole video or choose from a scene selection: the introduction, sharpening, about wood, the basics, or making a spurtle. On Disc 2, Let's Make a Plate, you also have the choice of playing the whole video or choosing from the scene selection, from plate design to finish the bottom. Gary starts Disc 1 with a short introduction about who he is, and then moves on to explain what you will learn from this video, and then about the different tools and what they are used for. The next part of the video is tool sharpening. First is a discussion on grinders and grinding jigs. Gary then moves on to show the proper way to sharpen a spindle roughing gouge, a spindle gouge, and a skew chisel. Then a discussion about the makeup of wood and how it should be cut, about rubbing the bevel, and what the ABCs of wood turning are. Then it's on to the 3 types of cuts in wood turning: the flat cut, the bead, and the cove, and how to mount the wood on the lathe, the speed the lathe should be running, and the proper adjustment of the tool rest. Gary shows how to use the spindle roughing gouge to turn the wood to round, the proper way to hold the gouge, and the angles to hold the tool. After turning the wood to round, Gary shows how to use the skew chisel to get a very smooth piece of wood, and then how to cut beads and coves with the spindle gouge. The first project is a spurtle, which is an Irish kitchen tool used for stirring things in a pot. Using a 1" by 9" piece of hard maple, Gary shows how to turn a spurtle, using all the cutting techniques described in the previous scene: the flat cut, the bead, and the cove, putting your newly learned skills to good use, making a fun to make and useful kitchen tool. Gary then talks about sandpaper, the makeup of it, the best way to cut and fold the sandpaper so you make the best use of it, and the purpose of each grit used. Then Gary shows how to finish the spurtle with oil and wax, and how to part off a piece of wood turned between centers. Disc 2 is all about turning a plate. This section starts with a discussion on mounting the plate blank and the design of a plate. After showing how to mount the blank on the lathe with a screw chuck, Gary shows how to true up or flatten the bottom of the plate and make the rebate for the chuck to hold the plate blank for turning the inside of the plate. Then it's on to shaping the bottom of the plate and explaining how to make the cuts needed and how to keep the bevel rubbing. After the bottom is shaped, it's time to turn the plate blank around and mount it on the chuck, and about how tight the chuck should be so not to distort the fibers in the wood. Then on to shaping and finishing the inside of the plate, and a neat trick for getting out torn grain and how to power sand. Then Gary shows the final step in making the plate by turning it around to finish the foot and take away any signs of the plate ever being held on the lathe. Okay, time for final thoughts. This video is Gary's 1-day class, Introduction to Turning. If you're new to turning, this video is a great way to learn the basics. If you've been turning for a while and would just like to hone up your skills or see how the cuts are properly made, this is a video for you as well. You'll learn about the tools, how to sharpen the tools, and how to use the tools properly. You'll learn the 3 basic cuts in wood turning, along with a practice section on making beads, coves, and flat cuts. After some practice, you'll move on to making two projects. First project is a spurtle. A spurtle is a kitchen tool used for stirring, made using the three cuts you've just learned. And the second project is a plate that will help increase your turning skills and give you a useful piece for your home. Okay, I do like to make the projects that are in the videos that I'm reviewing and in the books that I'm reviewing. First I made the spurtle. That was a fun project. I used the flat cut, the beads, and the coves, and in the video Gary makes his out of hard maple. I had a piece of oak laying around and I just used that, and it came out, I think, looking pretty nice. I haven't used it yet. I wanted to do the video before I used it. I didn't think spaghetti sauce stains on the new spurtle would look good in the video. So then I also made this little plate, and that's just a piece of poplar that was hanging out, and got to finish the bottom of it and make it look like it's really never been held on the lathe. But all in all, I think this is a pretty good video. I think you'll learn a lot from it. The projects are fun, and I do need to claim a little bias in this video, since I'm the one that did the video and the editing of this video, and I do still think that it's a good video, and if you're just starting out or you need to hone up your skills, this would be a good video for you to get. And it is available at abcwoodturning.com. I'm Byron McClintock with woodturningreviews.com. I thank you for watching this review, and I hope you had fun with it. And visit us at woodturningreviews.com. Thank you much. Bye-bye.